Season 33, War 11. In the description of my video, I have the links to some other YouTubers who post war videos pretty frequently. I watch them. I've learned some things from them. If you want to check them out, by all means, go for it. One thing I learned was always applying the attack tactic, regardless of whether or not your champs benefit from it. I learned that from this dude Sleimon over at SSX. I thought it was a good idea just to get yourself in the habit of doing it, so now I do it. Starting out in Section 1 here, we're going to be on Path 8. We are going up against X5E today. I have this Silver Surfer on Rich Get Richer Fury. I'm going to be taking this fight with Venom Pool, and my plan for this fight is I want to eat his buffs with my SP1, and I want to build up more than he has. That will put the Rich Get Richer on my side. I will start stacking passive Furies, so my damage is going to go up. And my goal for this, I want to bait his special 1 as consistently as I can. I really want to try not to push him to a special 2. And if I do push him to a special 2, which I end up having to do in this fight, I want to make sure he doesn't have 3 unique buffs when he throws it. Because if he does, it's going to be unblockable. And if there was any way that you would die to a Silver Surfer in war, it would most likely be an unblockable special 2. There's one point in this fight he's going to back me up because he doesn't want to throw his special 1, and to get out of the corner I'm going to be forced to push him to a special 2, so I make sure that I eat his buffs before I actually let him throw it. It's going to be right here, so I'm going to remove him of all buffs, and then I'm going to try and bait out this special 2 after I've given myself some space out of the corner. Now at this point the Rich Get Richer is on our side, so I'm stacking up Furies. And I'm going to go back to baiting special 1s. I'm going to finish it up here with this special 1, and that's a wrap. I used a Power Start 1 for this fight because I figured it would be less than 3 minutes to finish it, and the next fight in Section 2 is going to be a Venom that I'm going to want to use a Power Start 1 for anyway. So moving into Section 2, I'm going to be on Path 8 as well. Except in this section, it's Rich Get Richer power gain. So whichever champ has more buffs is going to gain, I think it's 12% a bar of power per second. So the goal is to win the buff race. And the last time I took this Venom here, I used an invuln with Venom Pool, and he started out with 3 unique buffs right off the bat on top of his Clintar mutation buff, whatever it's called there. And so he was winning that battle, and I ended up eating a special 3. I had the invuln on, but I didn't want to repeat that this war. So I opted for the Power Start 1 so I can just get rid of his buffs right off the bat, and we can start winning that battle. Now at this point, I have 5 unique buffs, and we're not going to look back from this point on. I also want to bait Venom special 1s. I don't want to push him to a special 2. If I happen to push him to a special 2, I'm going to have to take it on block because trying to dex that thing is, it can be sketchy at times. Even just trying to bait it out sometimes, I find myself getting hit with it just in the process of trying to stay open so he'll throw it and then not blocking in time. But the Rich Get Richer is on our side now, so if worse comes to worse, I can back into my corner. I can just let myself get to a special 3, and I can drop that if I really need to. Now, one thing you have to pay attention to when you're fighting Venom is he can give himself an armor from his own abilities there. So when that little Clintar, whatever it's called, buff is ready to proc a new buff for him, you have to pay attention to that as well as the global timer. And that's just probably the trickiest part of this fight once you get the initial start out of the way where you give yourself a lead for Rich Get Richer. Moving on, I have this Storm Pyramid X. Also on Rich Get Richer power gain. I'm going to be taking it with Venom Pool. And I'm using the Energized Favorite Food for all of these fights. It's just going to make the overall initial power gain to build up a quicker thing. I opted not to use a Power Start 1 for this one because she can only get 1 buff, and in the process of getting us both to a special 1, I knew that I would be able to tie her and then quickly take the lead following that. So here I'm just trying to bait out a special 1. She didn't want to throw it for a little bit there. And the last thing you want to do is push her to a special 2. If she has 6 or more prowess, that special 2 is going to be unblockable, and chances are you're going to die. I don't like trying to dex it. I'm not sure I ever have dexed it, and I really don't want to try. So the Rich Get Richer is on our side at this point. We drop our special 3, get a nice bleed on her. Just trying to bait out this special 1 again here. She really was being a little stingy with specials. But I mean, at this point, she's pretty much dead. And we've paused that bleed debuff, and it's actually going to end up staying on long enough to kill her. And then moving on, I have this Doom here on Kinetic. And when I reach a special 2, he's going to get an indestructible. Normally I fight a Mojo here. This is the first time I've ever fought a Doom here, though. So my alliance mate Zarafa put a Mr. F Petrify on this, and that's going to allow us to turn off his aura. So I have to make sure that I keep refreshing that in the fight. The AI doesn't play this fight the same way that the Mojo AI does, so I can't do the dash back parry, the second hit, like I normally would, so I have to make sure that I keep pausing my debuffs in between parrying him for the start. But then from that point forward, if he happens to get a special 1, I can pause them naturally in the process of dexing it. However, I don't think he's going to get another special in this fight because we have so many power reversal debuffs on him that anytime he hits us, we're just going to reverse it anyway. So I'm just trying to build ruptures, pause my debuffs when the AI allows me to, get heavy attacks in when I have an opening for it, and he goes down pretty easily, pretty quickly. Moving into section 3, I have the normal Mangog fight on 54. My alliance mate Zarafa put a Mr. F Petrify on this fight for me as well. And this is the normal standard Mangog fight. Pause the debuffs, keep the Mr. F up the whole time. Try not to let him get a special, although I think he gets 1 special 1 in this one. And I think this is going to be a 51-second Mangog kill. The last time I had a fast Mangog kill here, I thought it was 47 seconds. So there's another YouTuber who also uses Spidey99 a lot. The link to his channel is actually one of the ones I linked. And I told him it was a 47-second one, and he corrected me that it was a 51-second one because it ended at 4:09, and he was counting it from the 5-minute timer. I was counting it from the 4-minute 57 seconds when you guys actually meet in the middle there. So right here, fight ends at 4:09, so 51 seconds. And that's all she wrote. We did end up winning this war. We went 150-2, and they went 150-8, and our battle group died once. And their battle group died 3 times. So good luck to them for the rest of the season. I know that they were fighting for top 3, as were we. I think they should end up landing top 10, so congratulations to them for that. And it remains to be seen whether or not we can hold the top 3 spot. Thank you very much for watching.